Samuel chapter 2, verse 24. Take a census of the old people in the land, from Dan in the north, Beersheba in the south, so that I may know how many peoples there are. But Joel replied to the king, May the Lord your God let you live until there are 100 times as many people in your kingdom as there are now. But why do you want to do this? But the king insisted that they take the census. So Joab and his officer went out to count the people of Israel. First they crossed the Jordan and camped at Arrow, south to the town in the valley, in the direction of God. Then they went on to the Gazer, then to Gilead in the land of the Tetim Hoshes, and then jumped around to the Sidon. Then they came to the stronghold of Tyre and all the cities of the Hivite and the Canaanite. Finally, they went south to Judah as far as Beersheba. Having gone through the entire land, they camped completely their task in the 9th month, 20 days, and then returned to the Jerusalem. Joel reported the number of the people to the king. There were 800,000 men of military age in Israel and 500,000 in Judah. Judgment for the David sin. But after he had taken the census, David's conscience began to bother him, and he said to the Lord, I have sinned greatly. Shouldn't have taken the census. Please forgive me, the Lord, for doing this foolish thing. The next morning, the word of the Lord came to the prophet God, who was David's seer. This was the message. Go and say to David, this is what the Lord said. I will give you their three choices. Choose one of the punishment and I will do it. So God came to David and asked him, will you choose 3 years of famine throughout the land, 3 months of the freeding from your enemies, or 3 days of a severe plague throughout your land? Think this over and take me know what answer to give the people, give the Lord. This is a desperate situation. David replied to God, but let us fall into the hands of the Lord, for his mercy is great. Do not let me fall into the human hands. So the Lord sent a plague upon Israel that morning and rested for 3 days. 70,000 people died throughout the nation, but as the death angel was preparing to destroy Jerusalem, the Lord relented and said to the angel, Stop, that is enough. And the moment the angel of the Lord was by the threshing floor of Arana, the Jebusite. When David saw the angel, he said to the Lord, I am the one who has sinned and done wrong, but the people are innocent. What have they done? Let your anger fall against me and my family. David built an altar. That day God came to David and said to him, Go and build an altar to the Lord on the threshing floor of Arana, the Jebusite. So David went to do what the Lord had commanded him. When Araunah saw the king and his men coming toward him, he came toward and bowed before the king with his face to the ground. Why have you come, my lord? Araunah asked, and David replied, I have come to buy your threshing floor and to build an altar to the Lord there so that the Lord will stop the plague. Take it, my lord, use it as you wish. Araunah said to David, Here are oxen for the burnt offering, and you can use the threshing floor, threshing tools, and ox yoke for wood to build a fire on the altar. I will give it all to you, and May the Lord your God accept your sacrifice. But the king replied to the Arana, no, I insist on buying it, for I cannot present the burnt offering so the Lord my God that had cost me nothing. So David paid him 50 pieces of silver for the threshing floor and the oxen. David built an altar there to the Lord and offered burnt offering and peace offering. And the Lord answered his prayer, and the plague was stopped.